I just can't tell you how, again, how fortunate I feel to even be here representing LifeMax and talking about this product. We talk about, because you're going to get asked this when you represent this product out there, that this is the world's healthiest whole raw food. And some people are going to be taken back when you say that to them, because they're going to go, a food? You mean like corn or wheat or rice? An actual food? Yeah, an actual food. And it's the world's healthiest food? Yep, that's exactly what it is. How am I just hearing about this for the first time? Where's this been? That's a great question. And if you haven't been asked it already, you're going to be. But to understand the history of this product, and I'm sure most of you have heard by now that this was the ancient food of the Aztecs. It was the most valued commodity in their world, more valuable to them than even gold. They called it the food of the gods. That's how revered it was. So when the Spanish came over and conquered those Aztecs 500 years ago, they saw this food as a threat to them because it was so revered. And they told them, any of you caught growing this anymore, we're going to kill you. We're going to put you to death. So, fearing death, they stopped growing it. And 500 years, this food, this healthiest food that God's ever put on this earth, lay dormant. Until 18 years ago, the gentleman that we're going to hear from here in a few moments was down in southern Mexico, Central and South America, countries like Bolivia and Ecuador and Peru, places like that, on a mission with his staff from the University of Arizona, just down there teaching people how to basically grow crops better, doing good work. Well, he heard about this miracle seed, and he said, there's no way that this could be this good. Took it back to the University of Arizona, started doing extensive tests on it, started realizing, oh my gosh, packed with omega-3s, 6s and 9s in the perfect ratio, packed with antioxidants, packed with phytonutrients, packed with raw fiber, packed with protein. And he said, this can't be. So he started going down there, very regular, started setting up the farms with all the different farmers in different regions. Then he started getting the understanding, wait a minute here, it really does matter where you grow this. The climate matters, the altitude matters, the soil matters, the rainfall matters, the actual region where you grow it matters. So over the last 18 years, through trial and error, selecting out only the best quality seeds and only replanting those in the best optimal locations, Dr. Coates, after 18 years of doing this, has brought what he has today, finally ready to launch to the marketplace his masterpiece, which is Mila, which is a collection, again, of 18 years of this man's work. He has put his heart and soul into this product, and that's why he's unequivocally known as the rediscoverer of chia. Dr. Chia, written the only definitive book on the subject. When Oprah and Dr. Oz needed their chia for her show, who'd they call? Dr. Coates, the only guy who's known as the expert. And guess who Dr. Coates is with? He's with us, man. Come on, this is incredible. Without any further ado, let's bring the man up to the stage, and I want everybody, this is the biggest applause that we're going to give today. Please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Wayne Coates. Dr. Coates, you shared with me something backstage before we actually came out here, and you were talking about how people were coming up to you, just thanking you at lunch for saving their health, and just if you could share a little bit about how this has gone even farther than you ever dreamed it could as far as the impact you're having on people's lives with this incredible product.
Well, it's very gratifying that a number of you have come up to me, and I really appreciate the great comments that I've received about people saying, hey, you've saved my life, or you've improved my health, and I can now walk up the stairs, this kind of thing, and these are out of the blue. And for me, to hear that, obviously, is a great satisfaction, gratification, whatever word you want to do. So I do appreciate it, and I am convinced beyond a doubt that this is something that will change the health of the world. So thanks to all of you to be part of this, and thanks especially to those that have given such great comments today.
Great. Absolutely. If you could, just take us back in your own words 18 years ago when you went down to southern Mexico and with you and your staff and just kind of what you were doing down there and what you discovered, what you heard, and just give us a little bit about the history of how it all kind of transpired.
Well, really, what it came as part of a project. We were working at the time with a colleague in the northwest of Argentina, and what we were trying to do really was to provide farmers with alternative crops. There's a lot of wheat and things in the world today. The markets sometimes aren't so good, and so we were really looking for something else that they could grow and make money at to help them survive better in the agriculture world. And this seed was suggested by a mutual friend of ours as being something. Hey, look at this and see what it is. See if you can grow it. What is it really good for, and so on and so forth. And that's really the start of it all. So we really didn't know anything about it per se. We actually got some seed and we planted it in small plots in the northwest of Argentina. And that's really the start of it. And I mean literally very small plots. Put it in the ground, hey, it grows. Okay, wonderful. Now, where do we go with this? Well, first of all, we had to learn how to grow it. Sure, you can put a seed in the ground, it'll grow, and it's not necessarily going to grow well, or then the thing is, how do you harvest it? How do you plant it commercially? Because you've got to, if you're going to have a crop, it's got to be something that can be essentially mechanized in any large volume. So we learned all that. And after we saw, well, we're figuring this guy out a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. Then the next thing was, okay, we knew it was good, but what's it really good for? And so we started then doing some preliminary research on looking at the composition, because that'd be the first thing you'd look at, what's in it. And given some of the things we started to find, like the omega-3s, we found the fiber. And as we all know today, you read the press. Now, this was some time ago, but omega-3s and fiber are two of the big things that they're talking about for heart health. And we said, hey. And so we just evolved from that into getting more and more into it and getting more excited about this is really something special. And the miracle seed, in some ways I hate to use that word because there's too many miracles. We all know about miracles that aren't miracles. But truly, it is a miracle in what this is going to do for the health of the world.